All right, folks, welcome back to the channel. Today, what we're gonna do is a couple of really small mods. I don't really know if you call them mods, they just kind of plug in. A couple things I'm gonna change. So the JL series Jeep, the Rubicons, are known for the lockers, sensors inside the differential to go bad. And if they do, you get message errors, the lockers don't work. There's all sorts of adverse effects that can happen on the vehicle. Normally, I wouldn't preemptively chase fixing something with the concept that there might actually not be anything wrong, and it might never actually go wrong with my vehicle. But I do a lot of big cross-country trips and stuff, and I drive the thing a lot. So, got a hold of the Z Automotive, really cool company, American-made stuff. I got a hold of them. They have a kind of it's like a sensor bypass, sensor controller for the Rubicon series JLs. What it is, it's a little pigtail that plugs in series with the JL locker. So that way, if the sensor does go bad, your locker and everything still functions and works normally. You will get error messages and all sorts of stuff of that nature too. So I don't have any problems with my JL. I'm not seeing any issues whatsoever. But if it fails and you're off cross-country trip, you're kind of screwed. And I'd rather not be in that situation, so I'm just going to do it preemptively, basically. So I got two of those, one for front, one for rear. Bob's Jeep does not need those because he's not using the factory electronics to control his lockers. We're using the MLC6, so not a concern for him, but something I definitely want to do on mine. I was cruising Z Automotive's website. Sometimes it can be a pain in the butt to keep up with all the latest and greatest offerings. And they have an HDMI audio video kit for my Jeep as well. It is so that you could use like a, front cameras. You could hook a Roku or a Chromecast or something up to it, and you could broadcast Netflix or, Amazon Prime Video or stuff like that. You could actually so when I get camped and all set up and done for the night, I could actually watch TV if I wanted to or something of that nature. I would never, ever say that you should watch TV while you drive down the road. Technically, could I suppose. Nobody would actually do that now, would they? But, so I had to have it for those reasons. So I bought this audio video kit. We're gonna tear out the dash. We're gonna hook this all up. And that'll allow me to actually use my Chromecast from my TV in my house and broadcast some TV when we get to the trail. Comes with a whole bunch of different wiring and assorted stuff. Looks to be a relatively simple kit. We are not gonna do a full-blown install. I'll show you where it goes and kind of what it does. Show you how it functions, but we're not doing full-blown install videos. Right on Z Automotive's website, they have all the instructions for everything, so it's pretty sweet. But we're gonna get this hooked up. I'm gonna grab my Chromecast. We're gonna see how it functions. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll show you where the Z-Locker controllers go for the Rubicon axles. So we're gonna do those real quick, and we'll show you where they go. Stay tuned. All right, so we got the Jeep on the hoist. This is really simple. Don't ever think that this isn't something you couldn't do in your driveway. All you need to do is unplug the wires going into the locker. This plugs into one end. This plugs into the other end, and it just kind of sits up in there. You can zip tie it up out of the way, or you don't want it just kind of beating around and getting caught on something. So make sure you secure it fast, securely fasten it to something. But you just unplug this, plug this in line. That's it. You're done. So for the lockers, like I said, this is really a super simple thing. Whether you wait until you have a locker issue, which you you may never even have an issue. So if you want to wait and do it someday when you do have an issue with it, like I said, my worry is traveling across country. If I have a problem, I'm gonna be out in the middle of nowhere and I'm not gonna have one of these. So I just want to do it ahead of time. Really super simple thing to do. We're gonna swap this out, and then we're gonna pull off the radio and see what that looks like. So Eric just got done installing that HDMI AV cable from Z Automotive. Took a few seconds to figure out some of the settings, but we got it all set up. And I say that once we get to wherever we're gonna be camping for this following trip that we're leaving here in a couple days, it's gonna be pretty awesome. Bob's gonna be slumming it, being that you know, he doesn't have an ice maker, and he's been kind of mean to me lately, so I'm not gonna let him use my ice for his mellow yellow. And he keeps telling me he hates me, and so I'm not gonna let him watch my Netflix either. So you're gonna be bumming, Bob. You're gonna be living it like the poor people. No Netflix.
Ergo, these must be copies. Thanks.
I now can watch Netflix while I'm camping, though. While I'm camping, right? Not driving. I would never do something of that nature. So, stay tuned, guys. We got some cool live feeds coming up, and we'll be in touch here soon. See you. Bye.